Hi, good morning everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be talking about chemistry, and particularly we'll be looking at chemical equations or chemical reactions. Now, I've seen over the years that I've been teaching many people that there is so much of a challenge, or there's many challenges that are faced when it comes to chemical reactions, how to balance them, and just basically what a chemical reaction is all about. So in this video, I'm going to give you some of the basics again, okay, about chemical equations and what a chemical reaction, how to go about balancing it. So if you're watching for the first time, make sure that you do subscribe and also like as well as follow this video, and you can also share this video. Well, let's dive into this. So most of the time, when we think about a chemical reaction or chemical equation, we are just talking about a similar equation that we have actually seen before in mathematics, or just something that is very of the same thing as a mathematical equation. Okay, so now what you're going to see now, for example, when I have, let's say, hydrogen, okay, hydrogen plus, okay, hydrogen plus oxygen. Okay. Now, basically, what you have to understand is that when you have hydrogen and oxygen, you don't have to just start thinking so much about the product that you're going to get, okay? Because you are going to learn this process of understanding what could be the product when oxygen and hydrogen react together. What will actually be produced? Okay, so from now on, you're going to know that when oxygen and hydrogen react together, they are going to form water. Okay, and that is one of the basic and simplest equation that you can start, that you can know as a starting point. Okay, so now you have to understand that when you're looking at a chemical equation, okay, you would have to understand the periodic table, okay, of which in the next video I'll be able to explain what the periodic table is all about and what it contains when we are looking at the periodic table. So obviously you and I, we know that the periodic table is simply a table that is composed of different elements that belongs to different groups as well as periods. Of course, let's not focus so much on what a periodic table is, but I want you to understand something that you already know, something like oxygen reacting with hydrogen. So this is the simplest reaction that you can ever know. Yeah. Okay. Now, when you look at hydrogen, in every chemical equation, the element name is called a symbol. So if you have a periodic table, you're looking at the name of this element as well as the symbol that represents this element. Okay, and for hydrogen, you can guess it right. This is H. Okay, so we are just getting the H from the hydrogen. Okay, and then for oxygen, we have, okay, so you can also guess it right. We have oxygen. The word oxygen starts with O. So the word oxygen starts with O, which simply means that the symbol representing oxygen is just, or rather the chemical symbol is simply O. And we can say now, O. Now, once you understand that, okay, then it basically becomes even very simple for you to just combine O plus H. You're gonna, you are going to get H2O. So don't worry about where those numbers are coming from. I'll be able to show you where these numbers are coming from in the next video. But I want you to understand what a chemical reaction or an equation looks like, or what the equation is all about. So from there now we can say hydrogen. Now we can use the symbols hydrogen plus oxygen. Okay. Now I want you to understand that what you're looking at is the basic stuff. Okay. Some people have got challenges when it comes to writing chemical equations, understanding where those numbers are coming from, and so on and so forth. Okay. So from there now, hydrogen plus oxygen, I'll be able to write H2O. Okay. Now, again, don't worry about where the 2 is coming from. And also, you can put the 2 and the 2 there. Now, once you write something like this, of course, there is more that you need to add, what is called the state symbols of the element as well as the compound. Okay. Now, I want you to basically understand that writing equations, understanding how to balance them, the general thing about equations is one of the most key fundamentals in subject chemistry. So make sure that we do understand from the simplest and the basic way of writing those stuff. However, I want you also to focus by not asking too many questions where the 2 that I've just included, just for the sake of making the equations correct. But I want you to understand that you shouldn't actually worry about those 2 numbers. Okay, I'll be able to come and explain in the next video so that you understand what how they come about or where they come from. Okay, so for now we are going to keep it very simple so that you can get the basic understanding of the equation. Now once you do that, you can see that the forward arrow symbolizes that after these 2 elements, oxygen and hydrogen, they are going to produce the compound called hydrogen. Water. So this forward arrow is the same thing you can put as in the mathematical sense as equal sign. But we don't actually do that when it comes to writing chemical equations. Instead, we use the arrow. Okay. Now, we know that oxygen and hydrogen, we know that oxygen and hydrogen both are gases. Okay, so each time you write a chemical equation, okay, the elements that are involved in that particular equation must be specified in terms of their state symbols, whether something is a gas, whether something is solid, whether something is liquid. Okay, so we must be able to specify so that we are able to tell, okay, if you are doing a physical, practical thing, we can even understand to say, I need to get hydrogen as a gas, I need to get oxygen as a gas, and then water that is going to be produced is going to be in liquid form. So as a chemistry student, you have to understand that in every aspect of a chemical experiment, we need to understand what we are dealing with. Okay, if you're dealing with a liquid, solid, and also gas, things that are in gaseous form. So the most important thing that each time you're writing an equation, make sure that you understand in what form does the elements, the compound that are formed, and everything that is involved in a chemical reaction, in what state of matter do they exist. Okay, so let us put that. Okay, so we know that water by definition is in liquid form, and hydrogen is in gaseous form, oxygen is in gaseous form, unless otherwise specified by the examiner or an instructor, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to end right here. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and if you have found actually this video is very so informative, or so it's very helpful, so please make sure to like, also follow this Facebook page, and as well as like it, and then you can also share this video to your families, friends, and anyone you think the video might be of very helpful. So thank you so much, and this is Rajko Karim, and my name is Wada Mike. So see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.